Hey, everybody, welcome back. I'm Sherry,
And I'm Brooke.
and Brooke is reacting to Xena, the Warrior Princess. We're on
Yeah.
we're on season 1, episode 8. We're at the beginning of November of 1995.
Okay.
There is something that I want to let you in on. I didn't have that prepped. Hold on.
Me.
So I wanted to do something fun and intermix this, and I couldn't figure out how to do it and keep it short time and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to read to you what happened in 1995.
I
Um,
was born.
you were born.
The biggest event.
The official Xena website, which is not functioning now, had the coolest series. They were posting over time the dispatches from the Xena Restoration Society. These were the emails from the archaeological team that discovered the Xena scrolls from which the stories of Xena became known. They introduced the grandkids of Janice Covington and Melinda Pappas, namesakes of their grandparents, and the whole backstory to the episodes, the Xena scrolls. Sadly, the dispatches were taken down within a year, and we lost them forever until I found them rummaging around in my hard drive. So, this is a guy that's created another website that has all of the communications about the Xena scrolls. That all being said, have you ever heard of the Xena scrolls?
No. I was like, is that something I missed in the episode?
I remember being in the forums, and the internet was new, and so I was all about the Xena scrolls and reading all the communications, and was like, wow, is this real? Kind of thinking.
Yeah.
And to give you context, it's about the same time as the Blair Witch Project,
Okay. So they
and
were doing some like found
found footage.
fictional, almost like an AR game, like a real life game kind of thing.
Yeah,
Early.
and the Blair Witch Project did marketing that this is real, blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So, yeah, it was a fun little thing that the company did, and we all had fun with it. But I couldn't figure out how to work it into our discussions. So
Hmm.
when we finish the entire series, because we don't want to spoil you too much, even though you want to experience it
Hmm.
the way we did, um, I don't want you to read too far ahead and all that. So I'll give you the
Yeah.
website afterwards, but I wanted you to be aware of the Xena Scrolls.
That's kind of a cool thing, especially for back then, like with the internet being so new. Like a lot of people do that now, right? Like they have something that's like a cool marketing trick that people do now, but like to think they were doing it back then too. Like obviously Blair Witch did it and they were like the big ones of like, hey, we're not gonna say if this is fake and we're gonna film it like it's real. In that mockumentary, like,
Yep.
found footage vibe. Which is why I respect that movie a lot and I understand its importance in cinema. I just find it boring.
Which one?
The Blair Witch.
The Blur. Okay.
I watched it, but like I knew everything, so it wasn't as fun as like going to see it and being like, "Oh my God, is this real?" Like
Yeah.
people are gonna hate me for that. You can flame me for that, but it's not for me. I like more like satirical found footage sometimes, but
Hmm.
it really depends, but I think it's a cool marketing idea, right? To get people talking about it.
Yeah. Well, and everything was still new, so we had to figure out what's real, what's not. How do we communicate this? And look, we're still in that age.
Yeah. Yeah, now we just have like people who are insane too. And they're like, "No, it's all real. I don't understand satire." Uh, and you're just like, "Help."
But it also, the Xena Scrolls also helps you realize how far ahead that they had planned all of this,
Yeah,
planned
it seems
these
like
episodes.
they
Yeah,
would have had to have a lot planned out like for future seasons.
yeah. And so I don't know the exact dates the scrolls were released because they have different dates on them as far as
Mhm.
communications, um, to look real. but but yeah, they came out in 1995, which is the same year as the first season, to try to help the marketing and get everybody excited and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that works. They're like I don't know why it's escaping me, but I feel like there used to be a show I watched where like they would tease like the theme of the season on the internet and stuff, so you'd be trying to be like, "Oh, what's this gonna be about?" or whatever. But I can't remember it exactly. But like I think that's a good way to keep fans engaged, especially like back then when shows were week to week. I think that was almost even more important because like if you don't get the numbers, your show's definitely gonna go.
Hmm.
Versus like now, like you could still get the numbers and like Netflix or CBS or whatever will be like, yeah, but it's not a Stranger Thing, so cancel it. And you're like,
They just put it on their
okay.
paid streaming so they can get more money out of it rather than putting it on their main.
But even they'll just take it off of that. If they don't feel it's making enough money, they'll just take it off forever and no one can watch it anymore. And it's kind of crazy. And like, I don't know. As someone who grew up, I think, in that fandom internet age, like I was 8 on the Winx Club forums, like I grew up with fandom and it's just insane to me because I think about the shows I loved in the fandoms I was in growing up and how it didn't matter if the season was over, like people were still creating content over the summer and pushing the show and things like that. And now it's kind of like you get like a little bit of fandom each time a season is dropped or something.
Yeah.
And so it is consumed even by fans very differently.
um,
Except for like the big power hitters that are always going to be there, but for like the
True.
smaller shows.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I wanted to say that one before we got started. I think everything else they need to wait until after. Yeah, we need to wait until
Okay,
afterwards. So, are you
my dog
ready?
knocked me.
Oh, I haven't told you the title of this one, but I'm not going to tell you the title of this one.
It's a spoiler.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Or I'm just so smart, I'll figure it out. I got it. Obviously, I'm a genius.
All right.
I've never guessed wrong.
Well, we'll go ahead and get started and see what is Xena up to this time. What is she making up for? Who is she trying to prove herself to? All of that good stuff.
What drama Gabrielle's gonna get us into.
Or what is she going to talk us out of?
Yeah, what cult are we getting into now?
She was Xena, a mighty princess. Her courage will change the world.
Whispering.
Got to be sneaky, but still loud enough for the microphone to hear you.
Okay.
No, no, the show.
Oh, I was like, okay. Yo, don't sneak up on people. That's fucking rude. They're gonna get beat up.
The dangers of sleeping in the open.
Yeah, not their best spot choice, to be fair. I don't
I
believe
killed
that.
Xena, warrior princess.
Okay, even if you did, you had stabbed her while she was asleep, which is crazy. Sorry, where did Xena and Gabrielle get a wig?
It's some horse hairs put together.
Okay, their horse does not have black hair. We're
No,
fighting.
it doesn't. So I don't know whose horse they stole it from.
cut off some person's horse's tail. Oh, bro, right in the neck.
And Gabrielle's me when I was little, still asleep through all of
Still
this.
sleeping.
I can still save your worthless hide if you just hold still. Gabrielle?
My man's stabbed in the neck. I don't know that I'm gonna be
Gabrielle!
holding still.
I was in the middle of the best. I missed something. Get me that small knife out of
Gabriel,
my
this man is bleeding out.
Your windpipe's
But he
been
did
severed.
attack them.
I'll have to cut you a new breathing hole. Who are these guys?
I'm sorry, she's gonna
I'm guessing
do
bounty
that
hunters.
procedure on him. She needs a pen. That's what.
All right.
Ew, TV has taught me.
Fine. Our melon didn't do so well.
Ew,
Hold
I
still.
don't think this is how that works. Just a thought.
Yeah, he
You'll
does
be able
need
to
some
breathe out of
type
that
of
hole
tube.
until you-
Yeah, it wouldn't just like
until somebody
do
hands
that,
you.
right? Like you need like some.
Do you realize that
Thing.
you just saved the life of a man who was going to kill you? See, you aren't.
Yeah,
the
she's a
person
good
that-
guy now.
Thanks.
I love how she's like, we have to save this guy's life, as if she didn't just crush that man's skull with her boot. Hey, kid, mind your business. Uh-oh. What the fuck? It looks like a stick.
It's like a bamboo straw.
I'll never understand the layout of this continent. Ew, did she just turn it?
Yeah.
Ow! I mean, how long do you think he was gonna live with a straw in his throat?
I lost him.
You did what
Like,
you
I think
could.
they do that as like an emergency
Doesn't make
procedure to
sense. I've
get you to
existed
the
before.
hospital.
It's never failed.
We don't have hospitals.
I know, that's why that wouldn't work back yet. They would just die later.
Xena, what's happening?
He's dead.
Drama. I mean, that guy's chained to a rock. He's not having a good night either.
I'm surprised you haven't caught on to what's going on.
The screams of Prometheus.
Oh, it's
This
Prometheus?
is no coincidence.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Prometheus has been captured by the gods.
The bards say that if Prometheus is ever bound, then mankind starts to lose the gifts he gave us.
Sorry, he gave us the ability to heal, so if I cut my finger open on accident, I'm dead.
Yep. Exactly.
Aw.
In time.
So when we were watching Hercules, and I think it was the Circle of Fire that had Prometheus in that one.
Yeah. I
And-
knew the story of him getting the fire.
Yeah, well, I had accidentally spoiled a little bit, but you didn't catch on because I said Prometheus is known for fire and healing.
Yeah, just assume I'll never catch on. You could tell me, like, so-and-so is gonna be in this show, and by the time we got there, I'd be like, who?
Well, and we dealt with the fire part with Hercules and getting the fire back. It was a different actor that played Prometheus in that one.
Yeah, I've just accepted it's never gonna be the same actor. To be fair, that could have been the same person, and I would have no idea.
True.
I don't
true.
remember who played
just know.
Prometheus in the movie.
He was very hairy in the first, the other one.
Without having to work at it.
Mm.
Are you going to
Was
give
he
me
the
a straight
Frozen
answer?
guy?
A
Yes.
friend told me.
Okay. Yeah, very different
Just a
depiction.
So how is Xena going to
If I'm
save
not back by nightfall,
Prometheus?
I want you to
So
leave
this is
place.
a different aspect.
Interesting.
To be your
But maybe
typical
he
woman.
reincarnated into a new body. Who knows? Just chilling, vibing.
They're the Go-Go's in the cage.
Like, they're like, yeah, our guy was kidnapped, but like, we're vibing.
A lock of hair, a fingernail, a finger.
A new eyeshadow palette for you.
I don't understand.
Then what will you give?
My life if I have to.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Put your head in it.
An angry snake skull.
I'm sorry, is she meant to climb through there? Okay, but it's not like alive. If it shut, she could just break it.
I wonder who lit that candle that's at the end.
not
She's
much time.
fine. Well, do I have to get it on one try, or could I pull it halfway, get out, and start again? Oh no, it broke!
Tell me what I came to hear.
If you want to free
Ma'am, I
Prometheus,
can't get
you must go
over
to
the
Vulcan
eyeshadow.
Mountain
I'm sorry.
and enter the cave of Hephaestus. Warriors loyal to the Temple of Hera will try to stop you from freeing Prometheus. Don't take them lightly.
Why? What's
They're
Hera
fierce
pissed about
fighters and they're
now?
not afraid to die. I must tell you one more thing about that sword.
You made it.
And of course, we don't
You
get
had
to
faith,
hear.
didn't you?
Ugh,
Of course.
I hate that.
Never a
Like, I
doubt.
know why they do it, but
You
I'm like,
always
give me the
come
info.
So you know the story of Hephaestus.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Whoever does, what
Well,
would
I
you
know
do?
the one of him. There's the one where he
I'd
made the
become a
chair
traveling
for
bard.
Hera, or not?
You'd be
Yeah,
good at that.
for Hera
have some
until he
schooling
got to
first?
marry
That
Aphrodite,
would
but
be
then
great.
she cheated on him with Ares.
Where's the best place to study
basically.
that kind of thing?
Okay.
Athens.
I know
at
that
the
story
academy.
of him.
Why are we talking about this? It's
He's the
depressing.
one with the really
Nothing's
strong
gonna happen
metal
to you.
that he can
Yeah.
craft the metal.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Headed for Vulcan Mountain, are we? Come in. You'll want a memento of your visit.
You remember this guy?
Well, we're kind of in a hurry.
He
but-
back.
I've got just
Okay,
what
at
you're
least he
looking
don't.
for. This
He don't have
Aguilar was
food this
sculpted by
time. He has
Athens'
actual
finest
stuff that could
craftsmen, and we're
last.
talking only 5 dinars.
This looks
My
like Mount
man making
Olympus.
paper mache
There's a remarkable
volcanoes.
resemblance between the two peaks.
How far is the cave of Hephaestus?
You don't
She's
want
like,
to
I
go
don't have
there.
time for this shit.
Change.
My
I'm
man.
not going to ask you
She's
again.
got crazy
Not
eyes.
far at all. It's
Wait here.
With this
he's
guy?
interested in a scroll signed by the great
She's gonna
god
spend all our
Hephaestus
money.
himself.
So
Hera,
I don't know if it's
this
supposed to be the
will
same
never break the
character.
spirit of mankind.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will.
but same
As
vibe.
they lose your gifts,
Yeah.
they'll lose hope. That won't happen.
Have we heard Hera talk before?
She talked to the Amazon Queen, but it sounded
Yeah, but we
different.
definitely. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Hello? How'd you not hear him?
She did.
Okay, she did. I was like, he's right there. But also, where was he hiding?
There's lots of nooks and crannies in a cave.
Are those the same dog statues from the last episode of Hercules? I honestly can't tell.
They're different. They look more German Shepherd.
And bigger they
More
are.
German Shepherdy.
Do you want the same as your friend?
Or that's a lot more than one. Ooh! Ooh, sucks to be that guy.
She can do awesome flips like Hercules did out of that tunnel shaft that he was in.
God. Alright, that one's on you. You gotta look where you're walking. Bye.
That was a long drop.
She'll be fine. She's the hero. Everybody falling into holes this week on my shows. Buffy went into a hole. Xena went into a hole.
Sword in the stone.
If it's like actually not worth it, get fucked. What the fuck?
Hercules?
Why didn't we make him? What, you could have helped before.
No more lovers.
Fighting? Why are we fighting? I thought we were friends.
Fighting her with a stick.
You don't have a choice.
Or is he like... It must be something to do with the sword, right?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna fight. But Prometheus captured
Then why the fuck
to
you here?
kill you.
Did you hear what he said?
He said
Just
something
you
about
worry about yourself.
Prometheus, right?
I would rewind, but it will probably mess everything up.
Yeah. No, I was talking over his ass, but we'll figure it out.
This one
I'm-
actually says Mount Olympus on the bottom.
It just feels like he teleported out of
Right.
fucking nowhere.
I've obviously been ripped
Yeah.
off of the shell Aphrodite came ashore on.
Yolis. Okay, so it
Hello?
probably is the real Hercules.
Better snap it up quick before he gets it. 5 dinars.
I'm afraid you have me confused with someone else.
I haven't seen him, but I have the cradle he was nursed in.
Why are you looking for Hercules?
I have something he needs.
So you know him.
Yeah.
It's
How well?
the battle of the
He's
sidekicks.
my best friend.
Really?
Gabrielle, people say that about you and
Would you mind
Xena.
if
How
I
you gonna
asked
do
you a
that to that
personal
man?
question? Well, isn't it hard just to stand around while he's doing all these heroic labors?
Well, I don't just stand around.
He's like, okay, I help.
I'm right there with him, fighting by his side.
Maybe I'll try that. You see, I have a friend who's a little bit on the intimidating side.
Who might that be?
Hey, there she is.
Her. Xena. Guess who he knows?
Hercules?
Good.
She's like,
Hello,
how'd you
Xena.
do that?
Eolus?
Is anyone going to buy anything?
No.
We have a history. Come on, we're in a hurry. Let's go.
Xena.
I think we left on good terms.
Don't you take another step.
What are you doing? He's with Hercules.
Obviously, the sword does
A
something because
Dionysian love potion could really mellow out
I'm
a
very
pretty lady
confused.
like that. 10 dinars.
I mean, they're not buying nothing. I'm sorry.
There are other creatures much more worthy of respect.
Yoshi
Observe.
jealous? Excuse me?
Hercules?
We've seen one of those birds
Yesterday, my brother
before.
cut his hand on a knife, and now he's very ill. Please do something.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise.
You know, I don't
Sir, this
understand.
is not
What
your
would Xena want
show.
with that sword?
Plans to free Prometheus with it.
People are dying of scratches, and you two are concerned about who gets the credit?
That's not what this is about.
Well, it sure sounds like it. Hercules,
Oh,
I
does
thought you
whoever
cared
breaks
about
it die or something?
I do care about her.
Then let her strike the blow.
Eolus, I can't.
Why are we playing like this game? Why not just tell him why you
So do you
can't?
think that Aeolus
Because
is
then we
still
wouldn't have a
around?
show.
His love turned to hate for a while.
Yeah, I know, like,
Not
for
sure how
that,
he
but, like,
feels about
for
me
the
now.
characters themselves,
But
it
what
makes
about
zero
Hercules?
sense that he wouldn't just explain it.
I know.
What about him?
Sometimes
You're not much
when
of a
writing
girl
is like that, I'm like,
And of course, you're not
it's like when
most
people
girls.
play the
Yep.
pronoun game and they're like, I know who the killer is, and then they're like, they just don't tell you, and you're like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Because then they die.
I love how she grabbed a rake.
Oh, at least it's pointy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Gabrielle. You're the moral support. I do think Gabrielle maybe needs a little bit of a training arc, so if she is ever in a bad situation, she can defend herself.
Yeah, we only had the one episode that actually showed Xena giving her
Yeah.
advice.
Hi.
No one asked you to be here. Me just getting mad at him. As he's probably trying to save her life.
I forget what I was saying now.
Ooh. Hazel, do you have to go out? Oh, my dog has to go out. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna pause it real quick.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave it.
she had to go potty.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it paused. I was actually gonna pause at the end of this scene because there's a little
Oh, see,
fact
perfect timing.
that happens. Yeah. I'll go ahead and tell you. No surprise, Aeolus is going to roll and tumble with one of these guys, right?
Yeah.
In the second take of that particular scene, Michael Hurst, the actor, ended up breaking his arm.
Oh,
So,
sucks.
yeah, they ended up having to work it into the story of not only this episode, but also some of the Hercules episodes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
Poor guy. How they get? I guess they can decorate the cast to make it look old timey. I was like, what if he had like a neon green cast or something? They're like,
Oh, you'll see how they handle it and what they do with it. But as you saw, they kind of take some liberties with some of the medical procedures anyhow.
yeah.
So,
They're like, yeah, we know how to do a tracheotomy. I'm like, excuse me.
yeah, she should have put the straw in right away, not after they got to the
Yeah,
end.
he
But,
would have just bled out.
yeah. Or the gunk just blocked it up anyhow. So,
Yeah.
but all right, continuing.
That is the one thing about doing your own stunts, though. You know?
Yeah, or at least the majority of them.
Yeah. See, I'm more of a Gabrielle. I'm gonna stay behind that table with a rake. I'm not gonna break my arm.
Oh, I know what I was saying. We know that Xena has been giving her advice on fighting and everything. That scene right there is where he broke his arm.
Oh.
But we don't know behind the scenes what she's been teaching Gabrielle.
Yeah, I think I just like maybe like little bit more often of her training her, and then maybe an episode where it comes in handy or something.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
Yeah.
They're not giving up. Oh, bro, you should not take that. Oh, maybe that's why you don't want to be the one to do it.
The sword handler turns to ashes.
So it's a suicide mission.
So now you've got the full story.
Interesting. Okay, maybe me being a bitch, but like, if he got turned to ash, at least he'd get to reunite with his family.
All right.
Her being turned to ash would be useless
But it's
to
still
us.
not decided who'll use the sword to break the chains.
It is as far as
This is interesting since we know that both of the shows continue.
Yeah, so that's also like, okay.
Properly introduced. If I'm much obsessive, can I ask you a few questions about your labors?
Wait, you know, actually,
She's never gonna have a
he knows
few.
all the facts, and he...
Oh. He's bleeding. Yeah.
Now, who would that be?
Some legendary hero, I forget his name.
I see the head shaking.
That pass over there.
I don't ship it. I'm sorry.
It should be me.
Why?
Because the world.
Because I got there first.
I need Xena, too.
I mean, either one would
You're not
become a
using
martyr, right?
Sometimes in life, you go with your heart.
Yeah.
And the other would have survivor's guilt, so we should come up with a different way.
Let
Means I can't
Argo
let you down.
strike the blow.
If I can do
Yeah, I don't know, like, find some shitty guy and be like, hey, we do this.
Pretty please.
We'll give you money. You don't know.
Gotta strike it first, then we'll give you the money so it doesn't burn
Yeah.
up.
Xena, I thought we were going up the mountain.
The only way up is through.
How did you find out about these caves, Hercules?
I came here a long time
He's
ago with
in
my
on it
father.
with Hera
Your
now.
father, Zeus.
I don't know if you could see the brace that he has on his
About as
arm.
talkative as you are. Yep.
Oh, it's big.
It's the other arm.
I feel much more comfortable around
Yeah, the
one.
one in the dark.
Yeah. That one.
I meant that as a compliment.
I think it's that one. No, it's the one he's hiding.
Are you
You're right.
Yeah, the other one.
Fine.
You're
Because
right.
it looked way bigger.
Are you two coming?
No, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
We've decided to vibe here.
Yeah, we'll be right behind you.
I mean, there's not much they can do about it right now anyway. Except keep going. Like, they can't fix it. Maybe if we just ask Kara nicely, she'll let him go.
Yeah,
Probably
'cause
not.
she's so benevolent.
You know, maybe she's just having a bad day.
I'll just hold this one big boulder and medium-sized
Like,
boulder.
look at, I'm Atlas. It's like one boulder, chill.
You all right?
Never better.
That's why I look like I'm dying, because I'm fine.
Why didn't you tell us?
Drama. Plot.
Because she's right.
I can make it.
He's like, but that's lame.
I'll stay with him. Be careful.
I'd be like, don't die.
Bye.
Don't strike the blow.
Be brave.
It'd be fine.
I like the duality of their
Yeah.
friendships.
Yeah.
She's like, hey,
If I do make it.
don't do it. And he's like, I know you're gonna do it.
Well, in the show plays around with, is Hercules half god, or, well, we know he's half god, but is he half immortal or not immortal?
Yeah, I think they forget we watched that whole movie where he jumped through the fire ring and like was supposed to lose his immortality or whatever. And then they're like, no, he has it. And I'm like, that was the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere safe.
So we
That's
don't
like the
know.
one plot point I remember.
We don't know what will happen if he does strike the blow.
What if they both
Yeah.
strike the blow together?
There's
And it's
something I've
like
been
in
wanting to
Guardians
say
of the
to you for a
Galaxy
long
where they
time.
all take on the power of the Infinity Stone.
You changed my life.
Maybe.
And they're able to survive.
You taught me how to live. I'll never forget you for that. Thanks.
I'll never forget you for that. I love that. That's her being like, you can do it.
Well,
Have fun
There's
dying.
something I have to tell you, too. When my wife died, I thought I'd never meet anyone again who could make me feel the way she did. But
We've
then I
heard
met
this
you.
speech before, haven't we?
Disrespectful.
No, I mean it. Why do you think I
You
told you what
just saw
Oracle
her.
Legacy of Prometheus was ever captured?
I get it. They're both hot. But it just does not have the emotional spice I need. Oh no. It
You never give up,
froze.
do you?
And you froze.
Good.
Uh-oh.
Neither do I.
Don't know how genuine that. Whoops, we lost you. There she is.
Hello? I'm back. I was
Okay.
talking and then it froze and you froze and I went, uh-oh.
Well, I froze because you disappeared.
Yeah, I think I lost internet for a second there.
Okay.
Because I was suddenly like, it stopped. I saw them kissing and then it froze on the sword and I was like, she's about to do a
Oh,
cool fucking ninja move.
so you missed all the way. Okay. You can see, I can see, yep,
Yeah.
OBS can see. All right. Back at it.
Drama.
Gotta watch that kiss all over again.
I was just saying that like they're both like hot and I get it, but like there's not like I think I like a ship with a little more like push and pull. Like I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, and as we talked about before, they kind of rushed this
Yeah.
relationship. So yeah,
I like a little more of a payoff.
yeah. No.
It hates us.
Well, now it's not playing at all.
No, it's frozen.
Uh,
The ship the video player is like, yeah, I don't ship it either. Oh, now I see them kissing. Yeah, this is where it cut out. I was saying she's gonna sneak him. Oh, but he saw it coming.
You never give up, do you?
Nope.
So we don't know how
Good.
genuine that kiss was.
Yeah, that's very hero of her, though.
She was sacrificing her kiss for getting the sword.
I'm just like, hello?
Gabrielle,
Yes.
if you see Xena
Dramatic.
again,
Sometimes I wonder what she sees in me.
Dude, I love him dying, and Gabrielle's like, but about me. Just about me for a second, actually.
wonderful to be
What an
alive.
icon. Drama.
This is it.
How are we getting out of this one?
You ready?
What if we don't strike the chains? Like, what if we stand above him and we, like, drop the sword onto the chains? You know?
Yeah. That didn't look very steady.
Or she's gonna
Gabrielle
fuck
wants to
you
go to the
over.
Academy for Bards in Athens. Make sure she gets there.
And my mans, you should have seen that one coming. Sorry I fucking gave you a concussion.
You know, in The Princess Bride, when Wesley gets hit on the head with the hilt,
Mm-hmm.
they actually hit him too hard in real life, and he ended up in the hospital.
You know, sometimes acting seems very dangerous. This is the biggest robin's eggs I've ever seen.
I think they were just making sure that the concussion was okay.
Yeah.
Those are big eggs.
Big chickens. What do you think? She left it? All his flowing hair protected him from a concussion.
You're going to make it, Aeolus. I know you will.
Sure.
50-50. No.
All people had 4 legs and 2 heads.
Oh, I know this story.
And then the gods threw down thunderbolts.
It's one of my favorites.
Spend their lives searching for the other half of their soul.
That's a hard story for the guy whose wife died.
Aeolus.
Yeah.
Aeolus.
Oh my god, they're even bigger than I thought.
Remember, Prometheus is a titan.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. I was like, oh, they're pretty big. And then she walked next to them and I was like, oh my god, big chickens. Oh my, I didn't expect people in there.
I don't know
I
if
thought it was
you.
more of those,
I don't know if they're really considered people.
or whatever they are, but I thought it was gonna be more of the, like, pterodactyl thingies.
They got that chittering sound.
I love that Hera made giant styrofoam eggs for them to come out of. She does have a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah, she does.
We had to slow her down enough for Hercules to climb the rock wall.
Yep.
He's so big. Yeah, we can fly. Let's use that. Or sometimes it feels like she can. Ma'am? Okay, we make the bird do it. I love that she never panics. Like, I'd be like, I'm being eaten by a bird. Get smacked, you PS2 graphic looking ass.
They're really high up.
She gave him a regular sword, right?
Yes.
Yeah, not the important one. That would have been weird. Ooh, getting smacked into a pancake, not gonna feel good. But a cool way to do that shot, to make it practical.
Mm-hmm.
She's riding him. We're gonna keep it as a pet. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not keeping it as a pet. That's fucked. That's what she did to that guy's neck. Oh my god. That's what I said! He misses. She dies anyway.
The terrain is not the same.
So where are we?
He's free.
There goes the bird.
He eats them. Just in time. They're hugging. They're not asking which of our friends is dead.
Did you hear a story I told you?
No, I was out.
Yeah, you passed the fuck out, bro.
It was more than nice.
Okay, she's 14 in my brain. I know she's not, but in my brain I just went, that's a baby.
They do have better chemistry than the other two.
Oh, 100%. I'm just like, I forget she's not way younger than I think she is. I think it's part of her character, though, because she's just so, like,
naive and
excitable and stuff. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
she's like 12. And then I'm like,
Just
wait,
be
no,
safe.
she's not.
Thank you.
No, get the fuck out of my show. You have your own show. This one's about me. Neither of them looked that into that.
nobody died.
Wow, baited. Ma'am, we still can't get that girl a horse.
She doesn't do well on horses.
Yeah, she gotta learn.
Hercules,
Because then if that situation happens
do you
again,
believe
at least
that
she'll
everyone
know.
has someone out there that shares a part of their soul?
He did hear the story.
Oh.
I know it.
Okay, well, your wife isn't gonna like to hear that when you die. Who exactly you plan to spend your life with in the afterlife? Gonna have two? I don't think so. You gotta tell me that no, like, PS1 graphic dinosaur was harmed in the making of this film.
That is pretty good practical bird.
Yeah, they better not put no Aeolus was hurt in the making, because he was. He broke his arm. Aeolus was harmed during the production. Okay, I was like, that's fair.
However,
the Green Eggmen are fine. They make it sound like he died. Also, that's how you spell Aeolus. If you asked me to spell that name, that is not what you were getting. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's how you spell. I spelled it out for you when we first met him, but that was a long time ago now.
Yeah. No, I'm like E-I-E-I-O. Bingo was his name. Oh, like.
All right. So, another Prometheus.
Yeah. I love crossover episodes. I do. I was actually bummed. Some of the first ones on Angel and Buffy were kind of not that great. Um, but then they have some good ones as well. But I do love crossover episodes. I mean, I was joking around that like Hercules has his own show and stuff like that. But I think they're fun episodes because like we get to see like an episode with a lot of characters we care about, and we get to see them interacting within the world and stuff. So I was excited actually to see a crossover episode. I thought he might be like a vision or something at first because she like took the sword and they said there was something about the sword. So I was like not convinced he was real at first. Or that maybe she like got a paranoia spell from the sword or something until we saw Iolaus, and then I was like, okay, so he's probably real.
Yeah. Well, and it's Greece, you would think their paths would cross every so often at the very least. So,
Yeah, but who knows how big this place is? She got bamboo here in Greece.
well, we did
She got
have
like a bamboo straw from a smoothie place and put it in that man's neck.
the Hercules episode with Lucy Liu. So,
Yeah. I'm just saying, this is the weirdest continent ever.
and then we had also Hercules. We had the episode where the baby had on the more African looking clothing.
Yeah. Maybe
So,
this is like supposed to take place when Pangea was like if Pangea never separated into continents and it was still one big continent.
yeah,
Maybe that's the vibe.
maybe.
Which would be interesting.
Any other thoughts on the episode?
I liked Iolaus and Gabrielle's interaction. I think they have good chemistry as characters.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they look such different ages that in my head I'm like, she's a child, and I'm like, oh wait, she's not a child. That's me being judgmental. Um, but I think they have their chemistry was interesting, and like seeing the sidekicks interact is interesting. I think Xena and Hercules fight of like I'm gonna be the one to kill myself. No, I'm gonna be the one to kill myself. We get that a lot, especially in like superhero stories. Like that's literally like when she tries to steal the sword. That happens in Percy Jackson season 1, where like one of them is demanding that she's gonna be the one to fight instead of the main guy, and he like holds out his sword for her to take, and when she grabs it, he like pulls her through and he goes forward to fight.
Yeah.
It's like very similar to that without giving anyone a concussion. But like that's like a common trope in like the hero stories of like, well, I'm gonna be the one to do it. No, I'm gonna be the one to do it. And then I'm sitting there going, drop it from the sky.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you forgot about the bird after we saw it
Well,
the
no,
first
I
time.
didn't forget about the bird. I thought the eggs were the bird. Like I thought it was gonna have a
Oh,
bunch of baby birds,
okay.
but I didn't know if like we were gonna tame the bird or not. I thought the egg was gonna hatch into a bunch of birds, not dudes.
Well, going back to Gabrielle and Aeolus, keep in mind in previous episodes, Gabrielle has talked about the guy that she was engaged to. So she's old enough in that time period
Yeah.
to be married off.
I forget about that though, and I'm like, she's like 14, and then I'm like, no, she's not.
Yeah, they did this love arc with Aeolus and Gabrielle, and we'll have to see if it continues. Renee O'Connor has talked about it in interviews about the relationship between the two characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think relationships between characters on different series is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it takes away your opportunity, like depending on the show, to have like relationships for the main characters in the main show. I kind of talked about it when I was getting into Buffy season 4, right? I was like, her and Angel have to break up if he's going away to have his own show because you're not going to have it so she doesn't have a love interest and he has no way to have a love interest like in those shows, especially when the target audiences are people who are going to want to see like romance as part of it.
Gotta sell the sex.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna have like a teen show and there's no the main actress is like, actually, I can't date any of the hot guys because my boyfriend on the other show, who you guys see every couple of months, is really important to me. I don't fucking think so. Like that just doesn't make sense from a writer's perspective. You limit your character
Right.
when you do that. So like I'm not gonna take that as like they're in a serious relationship, obviously, but like maybe they'll be like flirty when there are crossover episodes. But yeah, it's hard to be like, I believe that these cross-show characters are committed to each other. I'm like, no, because like they're not gonna think about you when writing the rest of the show.
So does that mean you're not going to keep harping on Daenerys?
No, because she's part of the Hercules show. Okay? She's part of the Hercules show.
But otherwise he can't move on.
He doesn't need to move on. He hits on women anyway. No, my issue, I don't
Well,
have
the
a problem
women
with
hit on
in-
him, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with him like having a relationship, obviously, or anything like that. I think it's different in a show that has shown us that when he dies, he can just be with his family. For him to actually like fully be in another relationship, I'm like, I don't see that working out for you, but good luck with that. Like, I don't see him like flirting with them in random episodes the same way.
Okay.
But like it seems like they want him to have serious feelings for Xena, and I'm like, I don't see that working in the long run just because they've put in this afterlife idea, and his family is like frozen in time kind of thing. But I guess they probably want it to be wrapped up with that episode, so I could accept that, but I won't.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny.
Some facts that I haven't mentioned yet. So you recognize the story of the two souls, and now we have our soulmates.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite stories, along with Persephone and all that. So the story is based on Plato's The Symposium, which Plato credits to Aristophanes. I don't know if I'm saying the name correctly. The same story is known in popular culture as the basis for the number The Origin of Love in the Broadway musical Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Oh, I've heard that name before.
Yeah. I know Neil Patrick Harris did a season or two as Hedwig. So, but
yeah, I've definitely heard the name. I've just never seen that play itself.
Okay. And then
I think it might be Sad. I don't remember. I don't like Sad.
I haven't watched the whole thing. I've only seen clips, so I can't tell you.
Wrong. But who knows?
And then in Greek mythology, Zeus is actually the one who had chained Prometheus. So the writers changed that up a little bit.
Yeah, they're like, we have to make the woman the bad guy. We all know it's Zeus.
So we still don't know if we're getting another Zeus in either series.
This might be a weird question. Is the actor who played him in the movie still alive at this point? Like he could come back, or did he like
yeah,
retire?
He was still alive at this time. However, his original contract was just for the movies. So
okay.
Yeah.
I just wondered why he didn't come to the show, and it could just be a contract thing / you have to probably be there a lot longer to film a show than you do a movie.
Yeah, well, and as I keep saying, we'll have to see if he does end up showing back up again or not. So
he technically was off screen that one time.
And then the other thing I wanted to point out, the young woman, I think the one that said to Hercules, my husband or boyfriend has been hurt or is ill and is not getting better.
Yeah.
I believe that is the one who is Sarah Weissman, who started off as a stunt woman along with Zoe Bell. Now, we haven't talked about Zoe Bell. Do you know that name?
No.
Okay. I'll go ahead and tell you at this point. They haven't listed her in the cast, which is why I haven't said it yet, but Zoe Bell is the stunt person for Lucy Lawless.
Okay.
And one of the videos that you said that you would be interested in, that we're going to watch at the very, very end, is called Double Dare. And it's about Zoe Bell and another stunt woman and their experiences with this show, with Wonder Woman, and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are crazy. Like, they're so talented. Well, I don't want to say they're talented because they worked hard for it. Like, it's not like they were just gifted it. They worked hard to be able to do what they could do. So I'll say they're really dedicated because, like, I think you got to be a thrill seeker to want to do that job.
Yeah. Well, Zoe Bell has been an actress as well in some movies and TV shows. She was in Kill Bill as an actress, I believe. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure she was an actress. But she has
Yeah,
dark hair, long dark hair.
I might be mixing up this story, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you saw Thor: Love and Thunder, but there's a part in that where like there's these actors doing a play of the third movie. And like the guy playing Thor in the play in the movie is his stunt double, I'm pretty sure. Like is
Okay.
Chris Hemsworth's stunt double. And it's funny to be like seeing them acting in the movie. Because we're not supposed to see them. That's their whole thing, right? You're not supposed to
Right.
know it's a stunt double.
Right. I got silent because I'm pulling something up for you. So let me show you this. This came out right as lockdown happened, and Zoe Bell wanted to do something with all of her friends. And so we have this little mini montage, and you may recognize some of the people. Most of them you may not. A lot of them are stunt people. But
as long as we're not singing Imagine, I'll be okay.
some of them are actual actors themselves.
Oh, I'm so bored. I just want to play with my friends.
That's Zoe.
Not the accent. Me
can
making fun
play
of
with my
Australians
friends.
for existing.
What the heck, Zozo?
That's Lucy.
I wish I knew how to safely fall down.
Without spraining the wrist?
Yeah. Breaking my kneecaps. Bro, you were attacked by puzzle pieces.
Ow!
Ow! Get
We lost her.
She's gone. The unicorn onesie. Oh my god, I want to go swimming so bad. Is it summer yet?
We're getting there.
I hate being tickled.
Oh, he got him.
I'm okay.
That horse kicked your butt. I got the stairs. I need that training though. I fall too much.
They did get creative with the different scenes.
The transitions.
Yeah. As Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I was like, I know her.
Ow.
She's an icon of doing your own stunts.
I love this game! Who wants to play next week?
Whoops.
She did the whole thing with the elevator was real in the first Suicide Squad movie. She like walked the elevator and she really did it and it was iconic.
Yeah, so that was Zoe Bell and a bunch of her friends, actresses and stunt women that had a little bit of fun during lockdown.
I like the creative transitions.
Yeah. I do like I know you said no, not the accent. I do love the accent.
I love the accent, but it's like too easy to make fun of when it's like really thick. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a bad person.
Yeah. Well, when I was little, my southern accent was super strong. When we moved to Pennsylvania, it for the first 6 months, I really did not talk much because nobody could understand me. And so,
Yeah, so when you have a really thick accent, it can be hard.
yeah. Then lived in Pennsylvania 16 years, so I lost most of the accent. But it's funny because the North still says, "Boy, you sound Southern." And down here, they're like, "Boy, you don't have any accent."
Yeah, I don't think you sound that Southern. Maybe like more Southern than anyone I know up here, but like I don't really hear it that much.
Yeah. And it also depends on who I'm talking to as well.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, if you're talking to someone else with your accent, it's gonna get stronger. Like
yeah.
I have my friend who she moved to London after we graduated, and like she sounds super British when she's talking to like her fiance, but then when she's just talking to us, the American comes through a little more, but you can still hear some of it, and then I just start going, what is that? And she's just like, I hate you. And I'm like, oh, you have a different voice, dude.
So I don't have any other facts for that episode of Xena. So, do you have any questions for anybody?
The question for this one will be just like I want to know people's opinions. Do they like the crossover episodes? Do they not like the intersection? Because it doesn't really, I guess, but none of them have like a big main plot to move along, so it's not that distracting. But maybe if they think there should be more interaction or less.
As far as crossover.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
we'll
could
see.
the show have benefited from more, or should they have stayed in their lane?
How many fans out there are crossover fans rather than I'm only a Hercules fan or I'm only a Xena fan?
Yeah, who's like, oh, a crossover episode, it's my time. You know?
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this journey. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.
Yeah, I forgot all that.
Bye.
Bye.